Why fans believe their bond started behind the scenes. The connection that felt too natural to be new. From the moment Freen and Becky appeared together on screen, fans couldn't shake the feeling that their bond hadn't just started at rehearsals or during official filming. It felt older, softer, more lived in. As if something had already been quietly growing behind the scenes long before the cameras were officially rolling. The way they looked at each other. The way they moved around one another. The comfort that seemed too natural for two people supposedly just beginning a project together. Fans noticed it instantly. And that's how the theory began. Their real bond started long before we ever saw it. The first time they met, something sparked immediately. People who were at the earliest auditions often recalled one thing. They clicked unnaturally fast. Most co-stars start with formality, polite smiles, careful greetings. But Freen and Becky acted like two people who had unknowingly been waiting to meet each other. Their energy fit. Their rhythm aligned. Their personalities balanced naturally. It wasn't loud or dramatic. Just a quiet, unmistakable spark. That first connection is what fans believe set everything in motion. Their early BTS videos revealed a different story. When official behind-the-scenes clips were released, fans immediately pointed out something unusual. They didn't behave like a newly paired duo still testing boundaries. Instead, Freen already knew how to make Becky laugh. Becky already understood how to calm Freen down. Their personal space was almost non-existent. Their body language showed trust rather than caution. They touched each other lightly, naturally, without overthinking. Actors don't usually get that comfortable that fast. Especially not when cameras are everywhere. So fans concluded one thing. Whatever they built started before the BTS cameras arrived. The way Freel and Becky studied each other. During workshops and rehearsals, staff noticed something subtle. Whenever Becky spoke, Freen would watch her like she was learning her every expression. Whenever Freen demonstrated something, Becky followed her movements instinctively. It was like they were studying each other without realizing it. Not professionally. Personally. Actors practice lines. Actors rehearse cues. But this was different. Two people genuinely trying to understand each other beyond the script. Fans began saying. They act like people who became close before the project demanded it. Their small OFF camera habits gave everything away. Even before the show aired, fans who attended rehearsals or live practice sessions shared small observations. Freen waited for Becky even when she didn't need to. Becky saved a seat for Freen automatically. They whispered to each other during breaks. Becky instinctively stood behind Freen when she felt shy. Freen positioned herself protectively without being asked. They shared food without hesitation. Their eyes searched for each other in a room full of people. These tiny habits didn't look new. They looked practiced, like a routine built over time. And fans who notice everything connected the dots. The natural chemistry that was too smooth to be accidental. Some pairs build chemistry through acting exercises and rehearsals. But Freen and Becky had a kind of chemistry that didn't need warming up. It was immediate, enforced, almost instinctive. They reacted to each other without conscious effort. If Becky laughed, Freen softened. If Freen struggled, Becky stepped in quietly. Their timing matched even in unscripted moments. They communicated with glances instead of words. This type of chemistry doesn't appear out of nowhere. That's why many fans insist. Their bond didn't start during filming. Filming simply revealed what was already there. Staff testimonies and accidental slip-ups. Over the months, staff unintentionally confirmed what fans suspected. Things like, they've been close since before we started shooting. They were always together during preparation. We didn't even need to break the ice for them. They became comfortable strangely fast. These weren't official statements, just casual comments, but they fed the same narrative. Their connection began quietly, away from the cameras. How they hold themselves when they think no one's watching. The biggest clue fans always return to is the compilation of unaware moments. When they think no one is filming, their guard drops, and their closeness becomes even more obvious. Examples fans always mention: a Freen absent-mindedly fixing Becky's hair, a Becky leaning on Freen without asking, a Freen guiding Becky gently through crowds, a Becky whispering jokes that only Freen understands, their faces softening when they look at each other, the way they smile, differently, more tenderly when it's just them. These are not the actions of two people who just met for a project. These are the habits of a bond built over time. Their story feels like something that started in private. The most compelling reason fans believe their bond began behind the scenes is simple. Some connections start privately, quietly, and by the time the world sees them, they're already deep. Freen and Becky didn't grow into closeness slowly. They arrived already attuned to each other, already aware, already connected in ways that weren't easy to explain. The show made them famous. Their chemistry made them iconic. But their bond, fans believe that part started long before fame ever arrived. A connection that blossomed before the world knew. In the end, whether their bond began months earlier or blossomed during rehearsals doesn't change one thing. What they share is real, rare, and unmistakably genuine. But fans love the behind-the-scenes theory because it feels right. Because sometimes the strongest connections don't begin on camera. They begin in quiet hallways, shared glances, small conversations, and moments no one else was supposed to see. And by the time the world finally noticed them, Freen and Becky were already each other's comfort place.